Hi everyone. Sorry, I wasn't sure if we'd started then. So I have Mr. Jet here who's just decided that he wants to stick his head right in when I'm shooting. I apologise, but it's raining, so he's all kind of mushy. He does this when it's cold and wet. Speaking of cold and wet, I'm sorry I'm wearing a crappy old hoodie and I have a blanket because it's freaking freezing. So I've got a blanket because I cold. So how are we all? I hope that everybody is having a really, really good night. Isn't he gorgeous? I love when he comes to play, but he's looking at me with those puppy dog eyes and I want to look at him and I need to look at you guys. Jet, go away. Go away. Go sit down. Sit. Good boy. So yeah, he'll be over there. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. Di, I'm used to the cold. It's just something about tonight. Jet, go away. You're very distracting. Something about tonight. I'm just cold and I don't want to take my jumper off. I was sort of thinking, oh, I've got a nice shirt on underneath this. I'll wear that tonight. And then I was just like, no, I'm not taking off my jumper. It's too cold. So anyway, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do the winner of the giveaway. Jet, don't knock the camera. We're going to do the winner of the giveaway for this one. And then we're also going to attempt to do my monthly planner decoration live. That's going to be really weird, but at the same time, it's going to be a very simple one. So I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. Oh, I thought you were still there. Hi everyone who've just come in. Thank you so much for coming and playing with me. I'm very excited. So like I said, we're going to give this one away first. So I have already drawn the winner, but I'm just going to do a quick little show off again of how beautiful this is, just in case anyone has forgotten. I so wish I used personal planners because this is just so cute. I almost want to keep this to myself, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it away to one of you guys because I did have a lot of comments on that video. I've had a lot of watches of that video and I'm so thankful for every single one of you who did watch and who did enter the competition. So I'm going to put it away. And I'm going to tell you that the winner of this one is Erin Cash. I haven't seen her name pop up in the chat, so I don't think she's here. But Erin, congratulations. She said that so the question we had to answer was which collection we'd love to see kikki.k bring back. And she said she wished she would bring back the Van Scap. She loves cats to death and spent a little bit too much to get her hands on that collection. So I hope you don't have to spend too much to get your hands on all the rest of this collection because it is gorgeous. Like I said, thank you very, very, very much for everyone who entered. I do really appreciate it. I will be doing giveaways as often as I possibly can. Obviously, that's hard. I don't want to always have to be giving away stuff. I want it to be like a random thing. So I'm just going to do it at random moments whenever I feel like it. So congratulations, Erin. If you see this, let me know. If you haven't answered me in I'll send you a message. I'll try and find you anyway. And if I haven't heard from you in a week, I'll redraw this and give it away to someone else. But I'm sure Erin will find me. So we're going to do our monthly planner decoration. Chuck questions at me or anything else you want to do on the thing. I will look up occasionally and kind of answer as many questions I can as I'm going. But I'm going to try really hard not to get too in-depth with this. So it is going to be a reasonably simple kind of decoration. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but I have got my Planner Babe box, which is what I'm going to use. So I'm just taking out my inserts. Ryan's moving my phone. Oh yes, you can close it. I had the laptop up and Ryan just wanted to shut the laptop so it was out of the way. So I have the box. We're going to leave the box just off to the side a little bit. I've got a candle running on this table too, so I've got to make sure I don't accidentally burn myself. So what we're going to start with, and I've just realised I've left everything in the drawers. And the cameras are all everywhere, and I need to get out some stuff from the drawers.
I can't open them all. It's the lights.
I'm going to move the lights, guys.
It's the leg. You won't get it out.
Okay, we'll find it. I'm going to have to wiggle this out of here. Good boy, Ryan. I wasn't very organised, was I? Oops. Silly. So I've got my pave trimmer. that took a lot of work. Hopefully I don't need anything else out of that drawer, huh? These are the stupid things that we do when this all gets cut out, because you guys don't see it. But we have some fun while I forget to do things. So I'm grabbing this beautiful bit of scrapbook paper. This is actually from the Kaiser Craft Boho Dreams collection. That's actually what this box is called. They did send me a message. The lovely team from the Planet Babe box and the Scrappery sent me a message and told me that was what the theme was. It's boho. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, of course. Duh. Of course it's boho. Like, why did that not gel in my brain? But it didn't, and so now I know, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut off this bottom bit at the bottom that says, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different, and I want to use that. So I'm just cutting that off. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. I haven't quite cut it enough, and I haven't tried using this really, really close up yet. So this is going to be an attempt at it. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to grab a tinsy bit of washi tape. I'm just going to use this washi because it's the closest. I don't think I've got any plain sticky tape on my desk, unfortunately. You guys all gone really quiet, or is mine just not getting comments? I just haven't seen anything come through for a while, which is weird. Hopefully you're just planning along with me, and so that's why you're not making comments. I like that idea better. So I'm just lining that up on that edge, and I'm going to stick it down first. Then we'll do the same thing on the other edge. Hello. Yay. They are still there. Whew. Watching tentatively. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Thank you, Shorty. I like when people are watching that like that. Ugh. This is just really weird to be doing this live. Usually I'm silent when we do these parts, when I'm trying to cut. So it's a little bit odd. So I'm just going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but yeah, no, it's not going to work. No, we have to do that by hand. That's right. That was my boo-boo, so that's fair enough. Still not quite getting the hang of this new paper trimmer. Yes, Jade, the pre-recorded videos are much, much, much easier, and I don't waffle as much, which is probably my favourite and everybody else's favourite part about them. So I'm just cutting this a little bit. It's going to be uneven now. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But hopefully it will still look okay. What are you doing?
Moving that.
Oh, Ryan's moving my little monitor around. Well, otherwise they're going to hear you mumbling and not know what to do, especially when your head's right next to the microphone when you say it.
I wasn't talking.
Yes,
you
you were.
asked me a question.
Hold on, I've just seen a question pop up, but I just want to get this little cut done first so that I can put the scissors down. Hold on, I'm coming. Ow. I will try and fill in these awkward silences when I'm concentrating, but it's just a little bit, it's weird. Feels like I'm talking to my paper. Shorty said, when you're decorating your pages, do you get an idea of what things you want to use or just on the spot? It depends. It depends on what I've got. Usually I have an idea of the things I want to use, but not necessarily how I want to use them, and then you kind of wiggle them around on the page until you get what you want. This particular one is really difficult. There's monthly ones, and this is why I've decided I want to try and do these with you guys live on this Wednesday, because they're never as in-depth, they're never as complicated, they're always a little bit more simple. So they make really good ones to be able to use on these nights. So it's just a little bit easier, I think. But I never know exactly how it's going to come out. I do sometimes have little ideas in my head, but they always end up being different. Kat said, I just decided to do my monthly pays and hunting out all my supplies. I should have had everything here on the desk, and I didn't. I was not organised, and that's horrible. Sorry, Ryan. But, oh well, we've learnt. I like imperfections, Shorty. It sounds weird. Most people think I'm crazy. Ryan doesn't think I like imperfections. Especially when it comes to the wedding, he thinks I want everything to be absolutely perfect. I've learnt to embrace some imperfections. Not all, but some. So while we're talking about imperfections, what I want to do is I want to put this along the bottom here. So obviously it fits nicely, just, dog hair everywhere. It fits really nicely along that bottom there. So I'm going to cut in between the irreplaceable and the one, and that way I can line it up and just cut off the excess from the stars. And I'm not accidentally missing, missing the word. So I'm going to put that as close to in between the two as I can. Obviously do not need to use a gigantic paper trimmer for this teeny cut, but I just want it to be straight if I can. So I've just used the return on the bottom there to do that. I don't know where all these dark marks come from. Oh yes I do, they've come from that clip. I was going to say, I don't know where all these dirty bits come from, considering I don't use this, but I had that gorgeous clip on here last month, so that's where that's come from. So I'm just grabbing my glue tape and a piece of scrap paper. I did have a piece of scrap paper hanging around. See, look, I was organised. A little bit. Just a little. And I'm just going to glue the heck out of this. And we're going to stick that down on the left-hand side. That dog hair just does not want to go away. And I want this to sit with the irreplaceable right up against the edge. So it's going to go right there. And then we're just going to stick this down. Just make sure that it's not hanging up on the top. Sometimes it's hard to tell from the other side. Apologies if my head's in the way. There we go. And then just cutting off the excess on the other side. Shorty says, what got you started creating YouTube videos? Ryan got me started creating YouTube videos. I used to sit on the floor at his grandparents' house on a Wednesday night. We always go around there for dinner, and I used to sit on the floor with all my pens. Don't you dare. Why? I just replaced this.
No, you didn't.
Did I replace the other one?
No, you didn't. You just changed it over.
Did I? No, okay. Used to sit on the floor with all of my planning supplies all over the place and plan my weeks out. And Ryan said one night, why don't you do that like so other people can see it? And I laughed at him because I thought he was stupid. And then he kind of kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And eventually I went, okay, yeah, okay, we'll give it a try. And I've never stopped. Horrible. I don't know. I just love it. I feel... this is going to open a little insight into me. I don't have that many friends, and so this is a way that I can have friends without having to leave my house. No, it's you guys have the same love that I do. I've always found it really hard to, find people in the real world, I guess, that have the same likes as me. That said, I've spent all day today, well not all day, but all afternoon with my very good friend Denise, who I know is watching. We went down to Kaiser Craft at Geelong because I've now found that little network of people, but I've never had it before, and it was just one of those things that I don't think I would have any of this network of cool planner friends and people that I just really like spending time with if it wasn't for YouTube. So I have to thank Ryan, and I do thank Ryan very often for pushing me to do something that was so far out of my comfort zone, but that I every day am very, very thankful that he did. So thank you, Ryan. And I'm really sorry. You're gonna hate me for pronouncing your name wrong here, but Hashna. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Should I get the pale pink planner or the medium Your Story planner? Depends on if you like decorations or not. I think the pale pink planner will wear better, if that makes sense. It'll be so much better for so much longer, if that makes sense. It won't lose its fun by doing that. And Rose agrees. Go the pale pink. Oh, excuse me, I got burps. You got me into doing the same thing, thank you. I'm going to watch all your vlogs, Shorty. I have been meaning to. I'm really horrible. I mean to do so many things, and I get distracted and sidetracked, and it's just not good. Not good. So that is what it looks like once we put that quote on the bottom. I must say, I think that looks really, really cool. For the top, we're going to grab this washi tape that has the hot air balloons, but I'm going to white out the top as well. Kat, you're right, planner friends do make the best friends. Sandra, yes, we make the best friends. We're wonderful. Both of those girls are so much fun. I get so many messages from them, and I love it. It's getting messages from you guys is just the best thing. I don't ever look at how many views my videos have got. I look at how many comments, and if there's comments, I'm like, yes, I'm reaching people. I get to talk to people. Yes, they're the things that I really look forward to. So I love you all. The best creative people are loners. Really? I never know that. Did you know that? That the best creative people are loners? I never knew that. Is that why Ryan's such a loner? Because he's really creative? Love you. So I'm just grabbing my white out and I'm just going to white out June on the top here. I don't know if this bit's going to, like this next part's going to work or not. Hopefully it does. But I'm just whiting that out. I always like to rub off, sometimes you know how white out, especially when you're using this kind of white out, can just flake a bit. I just like to rub it to make sure that's not going to come up underneath my washi. Emma, the best thing to do, and I'm going to be dead honest when I say this, I used to think that planner meetups were weird and that it was just going to be a bunch of people sitting around talking about planners and it would be creepy. I love my planner days so much that I now deliberately try and change work to be able to go to planner day. And planner day this week is on Saturday. I'm so excited. And I'm going and I cannot wait. I've deliberately moved work. I'm working at the same time as an Essendon game just so that I can go to planner day. That shows you how much I'm very excited about planner day. So this might be a bit weird. You might think, why is she doing this? I'm whited out the June, but I'm not whiting out the days of the week. And that's because I'm going to put in stickers over the top, so it doesn't really matter. And I want the stickers to be over the top of the washi. So that was why I was going to do this way. So I'm just going to stick that down and then cut off the excess. The downside to you guys having to watch this live is that you don't get to speed through my cutting because sometimes I do take a while to do this. I'm just going to do it all with my scissors like tonight just because it's easier than getting it all out of my drawer. But I have to be quiet while I'm doing it, so please talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Ooh, pretty balloons. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I didn't think I would, but I do. And then for the stickers, I'm going to grab these ones these are from Studio Kylie, so I'm going to grab these ones and just put these over the top. There's a dog hair underneath my washi tape. Oh, well. And just stick these over the top, and that covers up. Oh, it doesn't actually do a very good job. I might have to go back and white that out. We'll see how we go with the others. I think it might just be Wednesday that's going to be an issue. I really want to go to a planner day, but I'm too shy. Jade, why not? Just come. Like, no one's going to judge you for anything. They're just fun. I don't actually think we get any planning done at all, do we, Denise? I think we just sit there and talk. I know I do anyway. But yeah, just love it. It's so much fun. Yeah, there always is a loud person, Denise. Me. I'm always the loud person. And then I go and I think you guys all sit there and go, oh, thank goodness the loud person is gone. Thank goodness. I'm just grabbing some tweezers to do this because my nail's not working. What else? Jade says it's looking really good. Thank you. I think it is too. I'm very excited. What liquid paper do you use? I use this one. This is just a dry light, but I don't really care what I use. It's just any of the non-liquid paper, if that makes sense. So it's not the old gel, I guess, that we all used to use when we were kids. It's just this dry one. But it's just what I happen to have in my drawer. I don't even know where it came from, to be honest. No idea. Yes, please come, Jade. Denise, send her a message. Send her a message on Facebook or here and tell her where it is. Jade, where do you live? We might need to know that first, because otherwise I'm not sure if it's doable for you to come to Melbourne for it. So that is the first page. That's going to drive me freaking bonkers. I can't do it. There's a dog hair stuck on the washi tape, and I just can't. It's just I'm gonna look at it all month, and it'll drive me crazy. So I'm just trying to get it off the washi. Come on. Damn Jet and his dark dog hair. It's gonna do more damage, so I'm just gonna get over it. Aren't these hot air balloons gorgeous? So love. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And again, apologies, I can't speed through this. Where'd my washi tape go? There it is. I lose things on my desk all the time too. Ryan constantly is pointing things out going, it's by your left hand. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right, whoops. Never heard of a planner day near me in Sydney. They do have them, Shorty. I'm sure they do. if you jump on, if you're on like the Facebook pages, like the Planet Addicts one, you'll be surprised. I think there's actually a Sydney Planner Girls one. You might be able to jump on that one and see if they've got any meetups happening anytime soon. I'm pretty sure they'll be a little bit like Melbourne. There's like ones on different sides of the city. Natasha, these ones all came out of the Planner Babe box, the last one, which is the boho box. I will, if you guys want me to, I'll put a link in the comments in a minute. Once I'm finished doing this, I can put a comment and show, like, so I'll put the link so you can go and check out the walkthrough. I'm just trying to put this down straight. Now actually, before I do that, I just want to white out this little bit that says notes, just because I don't have a sticker that can go over it. I'd rather it just be empty. That's a really good idea too, Denise, if there's not a planner day near you or one that doesn't suit your day of the week. Because I know, like I said, I move things around so that I can go to the planner day. But if it didn't work, because I couldn't get out of work on a Saturday or a Sunday, I'd eventually just get bored and do my own. And then Denise wouldn't have to have her house completely invaded by all of us once a month. We could do them on my house, like on a Thursday night or something. But Denise does the best one, so I don't have to worry about it. Yay! So again, I'm going to cut the excess off here. Sorry if I keep forgetting to say what I'm doing. I'm sure you guys know. You've been hanging around with me long enough to know the way that I do this. So what else is everybody up to? Leave me things down below and let me know what you've been doing down below. I'm not doing a regular video. I don't need to leave it down below. You ever find that you say things that you say in one place and nowhere else, and then you say them in real life or in another situation, they don't make any sense, and you're just looking at yourself like, what? I remember the first day I said lol in real life, and it was just like, what am I doing?
They might be watching this after the fact.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You could be watching this after the fact, so you can leave me comments down below. Oh, that's a good question. How do you deal with the guilty feeling you get after you buy a lot of stationery because you feel really horrible? Right. I get buyer's remorse. I do. I try not to get buyer's remorse because if I've bought it, there's a reason I've bought it. Generally to just put on reviewing for you guys. So I justify a lot with that, which I shouldn't. But there's a lot of things. Okay, yeah, I buy a lot. I do buy a lot, and it's sometimes you get that guilty feeling. I'm happy to admit that. I know that it makes me happy, and it does. It makes me really, 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 really happy. And that's where I justify it. If I was spending money on something that made me miserable, then I think that's different. But because it does make me so happy, it certainly doesn't make Ryan happy. It doesn't make me happy when I realise the fact that I've spent so much money on stationery is now changing the way I'm planning my wedding. But I think if it makes you happy and it doesn't like cause you to not be able to like not feed yourself, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. You don't have to feel guilty. Just if you get that guilty feeling, maybe just don't buy anything the next time. And it's hard. It is a hard thing to do. Sorry, I'm just losing my blankie. That's a really deep question. I feel like I need to answer that better. It is really just if it brings you joy and it makes you happy, then you shouldn't feel guilty about it. That's where I'm going with that. I think that's the way to do it. So that is our general kind of decoration. To put down the side, instead of having these sort of lines here, I'm actually going to put one of these stickers on the top. I'm going to grab this purpley coloured one and put that on the top over here. I'm going to put it underneath. More dog hair. Put it underneath there. I'm actually going to grab out one of my stickers. Where is it? It's in here. So I'm going to grab one of my ones from Peace Wine Designs. This one that says to do. And I'm just going to use one of those on here. So I've got my monthly to-dos. I know I have weekly to-dos as well, but still. Snuggling up on the couch with my daughter, been working as a temp. Don't you hate when you get sick? I get really frustrated getting sick because I feel like I should be doing all this stuff and I don't do it, and it's horrible. Yeah, Denise was chasing cardstock and now she's cutting it all up. Oh, I do not envy that. Katrina's chasing my kids. I was chasing the dog. Does that count? Oh, crap. There's a spider on my desk. Ryan, can you get the spider? I don't like spiders. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't. Just don't. Yeah, I don't care. Go, 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 go. Ooh.
Squish it.
I don't want to squish it. He doesn't need to die. He just needs to get off my desk. Whew. I knew I wanted more people to watch my videos, but I did not want that. Oh. Ugh. I hate spiders. I'm like Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. I don't like spiders. It's just, ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. So I'm going to grab this adhesive note. Now we're back to normal. And I'm going to use this down the side as sort of my to-do. I'm going to stick it down, like stick it properly so it's like a sticker. But I'm going to put one of the big ones and one of the not so big ones. And so they're both going to be to-do lists. But they're going to be different ones. That makes no sense. But you get the point. I'll put another title on the other one as well. I just want to see how the two of them sat next to each other. So I'm just putting glue tape all over this one. The good thing is they fit absolutely perfectly in this column, which is great. I wonder where that spider came from. Now, Natasha, sorry, I missed yours. When's the next planner market? As Denise said, hopefully in November. Hopefully not the weekend of my wedding, because then I can't come. But I'm not going to ask them to move the planner markets for me, because that's just ridiculous. Love the feathers. They are absolutely gorgeous. I'm not running from the spider. I just don't like touching spiders, and I don't like spiders on me. I'm much better with spiders than I used to be. If you ask my granddad, I used to squeal when there was even a daddy longlegs in the toilet, and I wouldn't go anywhere near it because I was just so scared of them. But I did get better. He didn't have to chase the spiders away my entire life, just half of it. Kel says, sometimes I wish I'm in Melbourne because I'm so jealous of the planner stuff and people down there. It is a fantastic community, I'm not going to lie. I love living in Melbourne for lots of different reasons, but how cool all the planner girls are is one big one. Harry Potter, having a movie marathon, watching each one. Ryan, how many times have we listened to Harry Potter on the audiobooks? Hundreds. And how many times do you think we're going to listen to them before we're old and dead?
Many more.
Many, many more. I love it. I love it. It is so, so, so exciting. I never get sick of Harry Potter, ever. What planner accessories do you carry with you all the time? I'll show you in a second once I'm finished doing this, because like I said, I'm going to leave this very, very blank this month. I'm not going to do too much with it just because I don't think it needs it, honestly, and I find they're always very full. So, well, they get more full at least. So I don't want to overload this. Sorry, I say a lot. What have you been doing with my kikki.k? I think you mean the planner insiders. We are working on different things. I'm not allowed to talk to you about them at the moment, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Just not something we're allowed to do at this point. But I will tell you guys as soon as I'm allowed to what we have been doing. We have had one more meeting. There probably will be a little bit more time in between this one and the next one because they're actually going away to make stuff. But that's all I'm going to say because otherwise I'm going to get myself into trouble. So we're going to leave it at that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Whoops. Moving things around. Where else are we? Jade, I'm a Ravenclaw. I don't know what I am. I've never done the quiz on Pottermore. I should, but I don't want to. I think because I'm actually scared of the result. I don't want it. I don't want to be a Slytherin, and I'm scared I will be a Slytherin. I don't know why I'm scared I'm going to be a Slytherin, but I am. So, yeah, I haven't done that, but I want to. Did I ever deal with bullying in school? Okay, I'm going to come back to that question in a minute because that deserves a proper answer and I'm too busy concentrating on this. I won't show you what I take to planner days, Natasha, but I'll show you what I take what I just have been carrying around with me, because I have been carrying around a lot of planners at the moment. I love that you guys are all having chats all on your own. So I don't even need to talk to you. I could just keep doing this and you guys could talk to yourselves. I won't do that. Never, ever. What do you think? The roses on the top there? Because that's just a blank line. I feel like it needs something. And then maybe the butterflies as a bit of a flipper on the bottom. Maybe? I don't know. Let me down there. There's nothing wrong with being a Slytherin. There's not. It's just a... I don't know. I'm not scared of being a Slytherin or anything. I just don't want to be a Slytherin. I want to be a Ravenclaw or a Gryffindor. I think I'd be most happy with. I don't really need a flipper, but I just want to use it. Just want to have something else there. Maybe on that side. Because that's already got those. I think I like that. So we're going to go with that. Right, while I'm sticking things down, I'm going to address the bullying question. Yes, I did. I got bullied a lot. I moved schools a lot. So this whole moving thing, as an adult, I've moved. So from the times from when I basically finished high school, I moved from a little town in South Australia called Mount Gambier. Not really little, but you get the point. I moved from Mount Gambier to Adelaide to go to uni. I moved about 4 times while I was living in Adelaide. And then I moved from Adelaide to Sydney, and I moved twice when I was living in Sydney. And then I moved to the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. I was in 3 different houses in the Sunshine Coast. 3 houses on the Sunshine Coast, and then one when I moved to Morayfield to live with Ryan. And then I've lived in 1 house since we've been here in Melbourne. So I move a lot. And that's, I think moving a lot made being a kid really hard, because I never had time to actually make friends. And that sounds weird, but every time I sort of started making them, we'd move. And so it made having friends a really hard thing to do. This was before the days of Facebook and everything, where you could actually keep in contact with the people once you left. So that was always very hard for me. So because I was always new, I always got bullied, I always got teased, and I was always different. And I'm going to stop planning for a minute and actually talk to the camera. I was always different, I've always been different, and it's taken a really long time for me to embrace the fact that I'm different. I have now. I like being different. I think it's fantastic. I like being me. And that doesn't, I'm not meaning that to sound narcissistic or anything, but I think I'm pretty cool now. So I like being myself. But I didn't feel that way as a kid. I really hated it. I hated being me. So I was bullied a lot. I think kids can detect when you're not happy in yourself, and they pick up on that, and they decide, okay, well, if she's not happy being her, then I'm going to tease her for it. I think that's just, I think kids are a lot more intuitive than we give them credit for. So they kind of pick up on the fact that you're not happy, and so they bring out your insecurities. I was really lucky. I was only physically bullied once, but I was like picked on a lot and told that I was different. And it's a different kind of bullying as little kids. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but little kids tend to sort of pick on your physical differences a lot. And that, I didn't have a lot of physical differences. I looked like everybody else. I was a really skinny kid, so they couldn't tease me for being fat or anything. The girls at school, actually, this is the weirdest thing in the world, and I actually have to send out the biggest thank you ever to those girls who used to tease me for the fact that I had really long eyelashes. And this is how stupid kids are, that the girls used to tease me for having really long eyelashes. And so I went home one night and I cut all my eyelashes off. And that was so extreme and so stupid. And I remember the look on my mum's face when I told her that, or when she saw me with it. They've grown back longer and better than ever. And I'm so thankful to those girls because I got so lucky. I love my eyelashes. They're fantastic. So bullying can have good outcomes. Not often, but they can. But it wasn't until I got older. I had one at high school when I was actually physically got punched. And that was over a boy. So that's a whole other story. But she got suspended. So there was I think if people bully you and you don't say anything about it and they continue to do it and get away with it, that's when I think the damage can happen. I actually had the nuts to stand up and say, that's not okay. You cannot punch me on the way home. So she got suspended, and then she tried to choke me and got suspended for 3 more days. So she didn't get what she deserved, but she got punished, which I think is the most important thing of that. But then when I moved schools, not because I moved schools because of her, but I did move schools. I went to another school and I was teased in a different way because I was different. I loved footy. You guys know I love football. I loved footy, and it was only in high school that I actually started acting like I liked footy. I kind of hid it for a really long time. And because at high school I started to actually go, no, I know my stuff. My dad taught me really well. I started to talk about football, and I started to talk about like strategy, and I talked about the players, and the boys used to give me crap because girls weren't supposed to know anything about football, and I knew more than they did, and I think they were intimidated by it. And that's been a long running thing. It's happened a lot. So hey, look at it. I'm here. I'm me. I've pretty darn happy, and I'm working in football, which none of them can say. So I win. I don't know if we win in life, but I feel like I'm winning. Can I just say, I'm just listening. It's raining. It's the first time I've heard it rain all winter, and it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. I love the sound of rain. Righto, happy topics. We need to find happy topics now. No more sad topics. I think I'm finished with this. I need to write in birthdays and stuff. Oh, that's what I need to put in. I need to put in a sticker of some kind. I don't know if I have a smaller heart than that one. I need to put in a sticker of some kind, or a heart or something similar, because it is actually Ryan and Mai's anniversary on Wednesday. And it's I like to joke, it's our last anniversary in June, because the next, we won't celebrate this next year, will we? I don't know, do you celebrate? We started dating on the 6th of June, so do we celebrate that once we're married? Does that happen? I don't even know if you're supposed to do that or not. But we were joking that it's our last anniversary in June, so I'm going to put a big old heart there. Why is that brown pen in there? I'm going to put a big old heart thing there and just write 4-year anniversary. So just excuse me for 1 second. And then while I'm here, I can't just stop. I'll finish on everything else. I don't know if it's weird to celebrate too much. It sounds odd. I was always really happy that we had an anniversary or had something in the middle of the year, because my birthday's, Ryan's birthday's in August, my birthday's in December, Christmas is in December. Everything seems to be the back end of the year. I was just really excited about the fact that I had a bloody anniversary or something similar in June. It was in the middle of the year, and it felt normal. It felt like I'd spaced out my gift getting. I don't get gifts. We just do fun things. But I always said that if I could change my birthday, I'd change it to the 19th of June, so that I had 6 months between getting presents. Di said we got engaged on our 3rd year dating anniversary, married on the 5th, so we didn't have a new date. I would love to do that. Honest to goodness, I wish we could have. I think I know I've told you guys this story before, but when we got engaged, we sat down and we went, okay, when can we get married? What month works? And we sat down and we went, okay, January's out because we wanted to get married on a beach and that was going to be too hot. February's out because I spend all of February traveling for work. March, April, May, June, July, August, September is out because it's footy season. And I can't get married during footy season. That's just wrong. And you can't get married in winter on a beach either for rain reasons. And we couldn't get married in December because I was not having another thing in December. It couldn't be my birthday and Christmas and our wedding. It just was too hard. So we said, okay, well, there's only 1 month left, so it's November, which is where it's fallen. But I would have loved to get married in June for that exact reason, so that it was all spread out and wonderful. But unfortunately. So I'm just grabbing these stickers. These are from P.s If Designs as well. I'm just going to put in sort of some similar coloured ones for birthdays and just write those ones in. More questions. There is a wedding planner workshop, Kel. I will be doing a whole video on that, so I'm not going to talk too much about it now just because I don't want to spoil that. It was really good though. I had a really great time. It's always the people at workshops that make them really great. Like, the content's always fantastic. But if you can get one where it's a really great group, I think you get more out of it. So I was really happy about that. Just going to put that mid, that one. Getting married on my 9-year anniversary, so when it's our first year anniversary. Oh, that's so cute, Kels. That's the most adorable thing ever. If I could move dates, I would love to. 4th of March, that's a really, really great date, Sandra. I wish March. I love March. If footy season didn't exist and I could have got married, and I could have got married in footy season, I'm not saying I couldn't have, but it was just that it's so busy and so hectic, and trying to find time to stop during footy season is just no. But I reckon if I had the choice, I probably would have got married in either March or August, I think. Did you have a month you wanted to get married? No, Ryan didn't. He was just happy. He was just happy to be getting married, I think. I didn't mean that in a rude way. I just meant more, he's just happy we're getting married. He doesn't really care when we do it. Best thing, hold on. I'm coming to the best thing that ever happened to me. Celebrate our dating anniversary, 25th of December. How did you meet someone? How was your first date on Christmas? Andrea, that story needs to be told. So I'm just going to really quickly write these ones in. Can't read your comments and do this, and I feel like you guys can't hear me as well when I'm looking down. But so I've got the birthdays in there. I'm just thinking, do I need anything else? What do you guys think? Does it need more, or is that enough? God, I love those balloons. They look great. They really, really do. Okay, best thing that ever happened to me. There is too many. There is too many things that have happened to me that is the best day, that is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it's only been in the last 6 months that probably the last 5 or 6 years that I've actually decided that things are pretty freaking good in my life. It took me a really long time to understand that things were actually really good in my life. And the best things are all things that have happened reasonably recently. Meeting Ryan, that sounds really corny, but it's true. Not just because I've met Ryan, but that he's pushed me to do things that I wouldn't have done if I hadn't met Ryan, like start YouTube. I think I would be a very different person if it wasn't for Ryan. So that's what I mean when I say I met Ryan. My job is freaking awesome because it's something I worked my absolute butt off to get, and now that I've got it, I'm really, really proud of that. So that's one thing that's very close to being the best. I think we'll go with those two, but there are lots of best things that have happened to me. I'm a very, 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 very lucky person. I'm very, very lucky because I have had so many good things happen to me, and I have had a lot of bad things happen, but I've had a lot of really good things happen. So I'm just very thankful for all those good things. So I hope that answers that question. Sandra, I would have loved to do it on a day off for footy, but it was more how, like, I'm getting married on a Tuesday, and we could have done it on a Tuesday during footy season, but it's just that footy season is so structured with work that having to have a wedding on a Tuesday, I would have then had to take a Monday off, and Monday's the kind of let down from Tuesday, and by the time you actually celebrate the wedding on the Tuesday, you're winding back up again for the next week. It would just be too hard. So I'm very glad actually that we've ended up in November. It's going to be great. Birthdays in December are hard, Em. You look at them and you go, that'd be a great time of year to have your birthday. Everybody's all happy. And it's like, yeah, everybody's all happy, but they're not happy because of you. They're happy because of Christmas and holidays and getting to eat too much food, and you get lost. You get lost in the celebration, and I feel like on your birthday you should feel like a bit of a princess, and I generally don't feel like a princess on my birthday. I kind of feel like everyone's going to make me feel like a princess at Christmas, and that's just not as much fun. Andrea said she spent a whole year pursuing him, told him to make a choice if he wanted to be here with me or not, and on Christmas he finally said yes. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like that. I like stories of persistence. I do. I didn't have to chase Ryan at all. We kind of just, we met on a dating site, and we sort of had one date, and then we kind of just never didn't spend time together from that point onwards. It was kind of like the relationship started on the first date, because from that point onwards we were basically inseparable. And it just kind of like, we moved in after 6 months. It was just a bang. This is it. Well, at least that's what I felt. Did you feel that too? Oh, phew. For a minute here I'm thinking I'm telling you this wonderful story, and he didn't agree. But he does. So what do we think? We like... No one said anything. I'm scared now. I'm happy with that. I think it's cool. Obviously it fills up as we're going along, because it never feels full at the start of the month. It only feels full at the end of the month. While I am here though, I'm going to kind of flick through the planner and just make sure anything that is important gets put in here as well. First real girlfriend, he's a shy gamer, mama's boy when we met. Ryan wasn't a mama's boy, but he was shy. He's not as shy as he used to be.
Not around you.
Well, no, that's true. Not around me. He's not shy. Huh. While I'm here too, I'll show you the last couple of weeks in my planner. So I think my live was here, wasn't it? So you guys would have seen this one.
Well, that's March.
Yeah, I know, but is that... No, it's not. That's May. Because that's April.
Oh, sorry.
That's April, and it's now May. So that was the weekend of my appearance at Chatty. That was exciting. And then we got Anzac Day, which still is one of my favourites. I thought that really worked out nicely. We've got the beautiful Hollow range. I just got excited by this next one. still love this. That Hello Universe is just gorgeous. And then we had the beautiful speckles with the flip down. Did put that gorgeous sticker in that's it's from my Lillian Lion wedding countdown sticker pack. And it's just got the bride hanger, and I put it on there for the day that I put the deposit on my wedding dress. So exciting. So exciting. I'm not allowed to show you my wedding dress only because we can't let Ryan see it. So I will show you one when we have the whole thing. I promise you'll see a video of the wedding. I promise. And then my absolutely spectacularly wonderful. I still love that so much. And then we got this week where I had Jazz, who's the facilitator at the wedding workshop last night. She decided she wanted to write something in my planner. And I've also got I got the stickers out again for the wedding workshop last night. And I haven't done next week, so I can't even give you a sneak peek because I haven't done it yet. I will do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Are we doing it tomorrow? Or Friday? We'll work it out at some point. I got that out for a reason, and then I forgot. Completely forgot it. It wasn't love at first sight, Kat. It was just we didn't want to be apart. And it wasn't love at first sight, was it? No, I don't think it was. It was just more of I really liked him just as a person, more than like that instant attraction. I just thought he was really interesting. That sounds weird, but interesting. So it was kind of, I just wanted to get to know him better, and we just never sort of stopped hanging out. And then he went on a cruise and left me alone. Left me alone. How dare he? It's just rude, really. and left me home. Oh well, it happens. But it wasn't love at first sight. It was like at first sight and kept going. Where are we? I'm reading all these comments. Married on a Tuesday. I think that... Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. I read another comment. What did I say? Married on a Tuesday. The best advice I got the whole way along here is the people that care don't matter, and the people who matter don't care. And that was how it worked out with the wedding. I just said, you know what? I'm going to get married on a Tuesday so I don't have to share the beach. I can have the pub, and it's not like a big deal for them to shut the pub down for the day. If we were doing it on a Saturday, there is no way in heck that I was going to be able to have the pub to myself. I would have had to share it with people. And I don't want to. So I I had to do it on a day that wasn't normal, and I just was like, well, I'm not normal, and I like that I'm not normal, so screw it, we're doing it here. And if anyone doesn't, if they don't want to come, they don't have to. And that's the way I've gone with it. If they don't want to come, nobody says they have to. They can stay home. At this point, everyone said yes, so I hope, nah, can't be too scary. A name upsets you. That's why I got distracted. I read it and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Never, ever, I don't care if I can't ever pronounce your name, but never, ever let something like that get you. It sounds weird. You wouldn't think anyone ever pronounced Ashley wrong. They don't pronounce it wrong, but they say it wrong, or spell it wrong, sorry, all the time.
No, Ashley.
Yeah, they say Ashley. That's you.
I do not.
The people spell my name wrong all the time, and they say, oh, your spelling's weird. And I'm like, no, my spelling's not weird. It's normal. But it gets to you after a while. So I get what you mean. I'm sorry I can't pronounce it right. How about, can you spell it out phonetically for me, and then I'll make sure I never get it wrong again. Promise. Won't ever. So I'm just having a quick flick through here and just writing in anything else that needs to go in, just because otherwise I'm going to forget. And then I'll do this, and then I can stop and I can actually talk to you guys properly. So if you have any other questions or want me to explain anything else, how long have we been going? We're going about an hour. So we're nearly ready to wrap this up. Not quite, but nearly. I know, but I feel like after an hour I just start waffling. I don't know, do you guys want to hang out longer, or is an hour long enough? Let me know.
I'll just start leaving if it's too long.
That's true. People can just leave. Please don't. People know. People think it's JD. Yeah, that would be annoying. That would be. JD would be annoying. But names are just so hard. They're one of those things you don't want to get them wrong. But at the same time, if it is a spelling that's a little bit difficult, it is... I get it. I do get it. I'm not going to write in my work details just because they've been changing a lot lately and I don't want to mess them up. 21st of June. Oh, that's what I need to put in here. My maid of honour is coming. I need to find a way to put that in. Can you get me a glass of water, Ryan, please? Sorry. I'm starting to get a little bit, as I do after an hour. So I'll stay a little bit longer. We'll keep doing this. But yeah, I just need a glass of water. Okay, I need something to put here. Okay, we need a washi tape. Need a washi tape. We need some flowers. Where'd we go? Told your mum after the first date that he was the one for me and I'd be marrying him, and all right, you want the best story? Seriously, the best story. So the night that I went out with Ryan, so before I met Ryan, thank you, I had been on a lot of dates. It was the first time that I felt like I was ready to start dating again. I'd been single for a really long time. So I really hit the dating scene really hard. Boo cartoonu, sir. Okay, I'm going to try. I can't promise it, but I'm going to try. Promise. Where was I going? So I've been, dating. And when I say dating a lot, I feel like a bit of a skank when I say that. But I had gone out with a lot of boys, and my mum was starting to get a little bit frustrated with me. So my mum and I have a really good relationship where I can tell her, not anything, but I tell her a lot. So she knew I was starting to date again, and I had told her that I was going to come to her house the long weekend in June, which was on the 6th. Must have been the Friday night. So I told her I was going to come down to her after work, and then I rang her and said that I was going to be late because I'd been asked out by this boy and he was going to take me out to dinner. So I wasn't coming straight down to her place after work. I was going to go for dinner first and I'd come down to her afterwards. So she lived on the Gold Coast and I lived on the Sunshine Coast. So it's just a drive down the road. It doesn't take very long. It takes like 2.5 hours, but doesn't take very long in my head. Just by the way, I'm just cutting out this washi tape so that it's not so thick. It's still going to be thick, but not so bad. Sorry, water. So I rang my mum and I told her I was going to be late because I was going to meet this boy, and she said, and this is as close as a direct quote as I can remember what she said, but it was hilarious. I can't believe you're going out with another dropkick boy instead of coming to see me. And I think it's really amusing now, and she thinks it's really amusing now, that had I listened to her and not gone out with a dropkick boy, that I'd probably still be single. And I'd probably be sad and alone and not doing YouTube. So can we all just say a collective screw you to my mum? Because my life could have been really, really different. And I don't even want to think about that. I cannot imagine where I'd be, what I'd be doing, who I'd be doing it with if I hadn't have ignored my mum and just said, you know what? This one seems a bit different and I'm going to give it a shot. Because he was different. He was very different in a good way. So not like any of the boys that I was dating at the time. They were all drop kicks. No wonder my mum thought this one was going to be a drop kick. So I've just cut that out. Kind of fussy cut it, but not crazy fussy cut it. Just enough so it looks cool. And I'm just going to stick that down from the 22nd. So on the top here from the 22nd. So it's going to kind of butt up against the feather a little bit. And then go off the page. And I'm just going to cut off the excess and put the hole out. I'm very, very glad that I ignored her and that I went anyway. It is, and even now she's like, I was wrong. And doesn't ever admit that she's wrong. Drop kick means loser. Yes, exactly, Andrea. That's what it means. There were the other running joke in my family, because I'm the running joke of a lot of my family's jokes, is that I've kissed every frog to find my prince, and I think that's true. I kissed a lot of frogs, but I found him. It just took me a while. So I'm just going to continue that down here because my bridesmaid's staying until the Tuesday. So I'm just going to put another little bit down the bottom here and just going to fussy cut that out as well. Top 5 favorite colors. Top 5 favorite colors. I'm just scrolling a sec. Bukatanusa. I'm going to get it right. I am, I swear. Bukatanusa. I'm really sorry. I'm probably butchering that. My favorite colors, navy blue. It's actually a color that pops out at me from, do you remember back when Derwents were like the biggest thing in the world and everyone had to have Derwents, and if you didn't have Derwents, you just weren't cool? Kingfisher blue was always my favorite color in that. So that sort of teal, blue, mint color really appeals to me as well, which is why all my planners are that color. I like greys. I don't know if that's a color or a shade, but I think greys are really nice. I love purple. Ryan loves purple, so I love purple. I liked purple as well, but I like purple. Sorry, that sounded really, really weird. I'll let you in on another funny story about colours in a second. Hold on. I just want to finish doing this so I don't get distracted again. We do, Andrew, we have some absolutely funny sayings here in Australia. We say lots of weird things. Something you might not know when you're not from Australia. There's actually different accents and dialects in Australia. Nobody seems to think there are. When you've lived here, you actually can tell the difference. So the same way that you guys have got like your southern accent and your New York accents and stuff like that, we actually have different ones here. So Queenslanders speak very, very differently than New South Welshmen. They say skew and pew, and it drives me crazy because that's not how you talk. Ryan doesn't. I don't know why. Ryan's a Queenslander, but he doesn't. I've never heard him say skew or pew. Thank goodness for that. South Australians, which I'm from South Australia, we have a bit of a posh accent. We say ah instead of ah. So New South Welshmen, Queenslanders and Victorians all say plant or dance. I say dance and plant and branch, which makes me sound like I've got a bit of a stick up my bum, but that's how I've been taught to talk. I have been living on the East Coast though long enough that occasionally words slip. So it confuses Ryan and it confuses me. We were talking the other night. So Ryan's decided he wants, and I trip over it now. He's decided he wanted dancing lessons. So he decided that he wanted dancing lessons, and I said dance, 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 dance like 3 times, and it's just like slipping in and out of which accent I'm from. It's horrible. But I do, if I'm thinking about it, I say dance. If I don't think about it, I say dance. It just sort of pops out now. So I'm assimilating to my environment. I say castle, not castle. Ryan says castle though. You say castle? I say castle, and it's always castle. The only times it's different is...
Castle is American.
No, castle's New South Wales, Victorian. They say castle. The only time I say any difference when I'm talking about Castlemaine, which is actually a town. So I call it...
So I say Castlemaine.
Huh?
I say Castlemaine.
You see, Ryan says Castlemaine, but I say Castlemaine. I don't...
But it's always been pronounced Castlemaine, the beer. The brewing company.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I've always called it Castlemaine. I don't know. Yeah, so it's those little differences between South Australia. So the accent thing's actually really funny. I love the accent thing.
It's not really an accent though, it's just a pronunciation.
Okay, fine, it's a pronunciation. But I say Newcastle, not Newcastle, which I know I get in trouble for. Sometimes people yell at me, especially when I was living in New South Wales. People are like, no, it's Newcastle. I'm like, no, it's not in my world. I love our accent too. I like mine that's a bit of a funny one that pops in and out of everything because I move around so much. Faith, and I have seen it, favourite kikki.k collection. Oh, that was why I was glad I didn't ask that question of myself, because I didn't actually want to answer it. That's another one, answer or answer, and I get picked up at work all the time because I say answer or answer, and it's very funny. Favourite kikki.k collection. I think the one that I've deliberately gone and got more of is the Live Bright collection. I've chased that one a lot, but I think my favourite one's probably the Life is Sweet, which they're both old collections, but I love them. They're beautiful. They really, really are. Love them. Water is so good. So I'm just going to write in Chelsea here so that I don't forget why I put on all that gorgeous washi tape. I'm just moving, sorry, I just screwed that up. I'm just sort of following that wave when I'm writing this in. Hopefully you can see that. So she's coming to stay to do some wedding stuff. So I'm so excited. Can't wait. So is there anything else? Well, we're going to put our next month's live read in. So I'm going to get my little stickers from Sabine. Grab these out and we'll put these on the 27th. That's actually really good to like. That looks actually really cool going into the flowers, that then it has it there, which is nice. Ah. All right, I'm leaving it alone now. I really like that. It's so very simple, but I think it's fantastic. Okay, right. I'm all yours now. I'm just going to answer questions. I'm not going to look at my planner anymore. Oh, flipper. Thank you, Ryan. Duh. Okay. Done. Anybody have any comments? No, I'm pretty better. Righto. Whew, let's have a look at some of these ones. Huntsman spiders in the house, and they can get quite large. It depends on where you live, I think, as to how many insects, spiders, snakes and stuff you have to live with. We have, there are certain parts of Australia, obviously, that are a little bit more susceptible to those kind of creepy things. I don't find in Melbourne we have too many that come in. Like, we don't even have cockroaches. We have lots of cockroaches in Queensland.
Quite urban here though.
But yeah, we're really urban.
Whereas in Queensland we had a bigger yard.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Can you guys actually hear him talking? I'm not sure if you even can. Let me know if you can hear him talking so that I can, if he doesn't, I'll repeat what he says. But we haven't had any spiders, rats, or anything since we've been living here.
Yeah, little spiders.
Little spiders, sorry, not big ones. We did, and this nearly caused me, to not, they can hear you, so there we go. Cool. I don't have to repeat what he says. When we were looking at the house we bought in Queensland, we were told, was it the actual people that lived there? Did they tell us, or was it the neighbours?
No, they did.
They did. The people that were living there actually said
But
that there was...
after we bought it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was after we bought it. So it made no difference. But it actually made me want to sell it because I was so scared. There was a big carpet python that they said was friendly and lived in the tree. And I'm like, you tell me this after I bought the house? Are you kidding?
You never saw it, did you?
I never saw it, but I saw the skin. Snake shed. I'm sure you guys all know that. And the size of this freaking skin, it's like the basilisk skin in Harry Potter. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
It was about 7 feet long.
7 feet long! I was freaking out. I'm like, they're going to eat Jet. It's going to eat Jet. And it's just... I never saw it. Ryan saw it. Yeah. I never did. And I was so glad. I just would have crapped myself. Absolutely crapped myself. Kat's just reminded me that I need to show you the planner accessories that I carry around with me. This is what I carry around. I just chuck this in my bag every day. It comes out of my bag every day when I get home because I use it, and then it goes back in again at the end of the day. Start of the day when I pack in all my planners. I've been carrying 3 planners around with me at the moment. I'm carrying my regular planner, so my navy blue one, because I need, that's the one I can't live without. I have my social media planner. I shouldn't carry that around, but I do, and I love it. And then I've been carrying around my wedding planner just because I've been doing so much wedding stuff recently. It kind of just easier to have it. So that's been coming around with me as well. I shouldn't carry 3 around. It hurts my back. But it all fits in my backpack, which is all that's good. Kel, why are you in Greece? I need the story. Tell me, please, why you are in Greece.
Maybe she lives there.
I don't think she does. I don't think Kel lives in Greece. Oh. Whew. So what do I carry around with me? This is what comes everywhere with me. It's my holographic pencil case from kikki.k. I love this, not because it's holographic, although that's an added bonus, but just because it's so big. I love that. Just going to move my stickers out of the way. So in here, let's just pull it all out and then we'll put it all back in again. So I have 2 rolls of washi. These aren't in here for... Kel, I don't know why. Did I think you were from America because your last name is Chicago and that's so why I just assumed? I thought it was just an assumed. 22 years. I'm coming to visit you for my honeymoon then because I want to go to Greece and I just want to. But I carry these 2 washi tapes around not because they fit into any of the decorations or anything like this. But these are 2 that I don't mind so much wasting. So I tend to use these as kind of like masking agents when I'm playing with my Tombos or if I don't want to accidentally go over a line. So I just use those to cover things up. I carry around a bunch of my Staedtlers. So these are my, I love these pens and I can't live without them. I carry the most boring colours around with me though. So I have navy blue. Red
one.
Oh, thank you. I have navy blue, red and black, which are just normal boring colours. I have 2 of my indigo blue ones because they're my favourite colour to write with. And then I have one of my light grey and my dark grey for the same reason. I just love writing with them. They're lots and lots of fun. Hi, Geek. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming and playing. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would I live? I live in Australia. I live in Melbourne. It is my favourite place. It always has been. If I could go to any place in the world, go to and visit, there's 2. And they change. Actually 3. No, 4. No, 5. There's 50. Places that I must go before I die. They're even that light. We could be here forever. Honeymoon destination, ultimate honeymoon destination that I just really want to do is either the Maldives or Greece. And we can't do either. So, I'm just getting over the fact of that. I carry 3 lead pencils around. I don't know why I carry 3 lead pencils around, but I carry 3 lead pencils. I have an eraser because you can't go anywhere without an eraser. I have, we'll do these ones first. I've got 3 of these uni pin fine line pens. I've got a 0.3, a 0.6 and a 0.4. And I use these when I'm doing my bullet journal sort of setup in my social media planner. So that's what I use for those. And the only reason I use those ones instead of my Staedtlers is because they're a little bit more robust. They last a little bit longer, especially when you're using them along a ruler. Sometimes these sort of flimsy little fine tips, which I'm trying to show you, which I don't know if you can see. Sometimes they get stuck in the ruler and break, so I don't want to use those. So the other ones are a little bit more robust. Once around the highway with a massive spider dangling next to my head. That is my ultimate fear, Sarah. My absolute ultimate fear is finding a spider in the car with me while I'm driving on a highway, because I can't stop and I would absolutely lose it. I was coming home from work the other night, and as I was coming down to the pay station, there was a couple in front of me in the car, and there was a huntsman on the little tappy thing that you got to hit to get out, and they're freaking out, and it's run away, and I'm just sitting there. I actually sat in the car for a good 5 minutes, sort of looking around the car, trying to work out where this spider had gone, and I didn't actually open my window and pay to leave until I saw it on the wall, like on the other side of the car park, because I was petrified. I hate spiders. I love living in Geelong. Would love to visit Italy. Yeah, Italy. And USA and Ireland. USA and Ireland are on my list too. Do not get me wrong. It's just the Maldives is it's not my ultimate diving destination, but it's my ultimate honeymoon destination, because I can go diving and we can relax. My ultimate diving destination is Komodo, because I want to see Komodo dragons underwater. It's a weird thing to want, but I do. So I carry some post-it notes. These ones are actually almost done, but I like to have some post-it notes in there because you never know when you're going to need them. I have another art line pen. I've got a couple of them. I've got a 4 and a 6 and a grey 6, just to, again, to do bullet journaling and stuff like that. I find those really useful. I always keep a white one, more for when I'm doing the bullet journals. I don't want to grab out the whiteout just to do like teeny tiny little erasers, so I tend to use that, but it's also really good for writing on black paper or dark coloured paper. I've got 2 just plain ballpoint pens. That one's a kikki.k one. This one came from my very, very, very good friend. Oh crap, and I can't remember her name now. Why am I going blank? Mumsy and Bum. It'll come to me. Karcher. I'm really sorry. Can you tell I'm just with the... Karcher sent me that from Mumsy and Bob, and I love it. I keep a hole punch in here. I have plenty of them. And then I keep some Tombos in here, and I don't keep them. I keep the colours that I'm using that month in my social media planner, because I colour in like when I've recorded stuff, and then when I've edited it, and then when it goes up, so that I can track when it's what stage it's at. So I need to change these, because that was last month and that was the month before. I keep a grey one in here because grey ones are always useful. So I need to change out those 4. They need to go away. I have been really bad, and I've bought more Tombos. There's 20 more coming, but I bought them off Blitzy and they were cheap. Does that get me out of it? No, didn't think so. I used a bunch of my Blitzy points, so I'm claiming that that's okay. I'm claiming that's okay. All right, back to questions. We're going to Noumea, Murray, and Port Vila for our honeymoon. Vanuatu is one of those places I want to do. I really, really, really want to do it. But I've already done the South Pacific. We've been there. I've been there twice. We've been to Fiji, and I've been to Fiji, and we've been to Niue. I got to stop talking for Ryan. So we've already done the South Pacific, and I don't really want to do it again. I do, but not now. I want to see something else, just in case we don't ever get to go anywhere ever again. So I want to do something different. So that's why we're having so much issue trying to find a honeymoon destination. That's just driving me crazy. Kel, it is a big pencil case. I think it's great, honestly. Like, I have hundreds of pencil cases, and I can never find one that fits everything I want without having to think. This is just chuck it in, and she's good. She's such a thick plastic, like you can't, if something cracked, like say you cracked a pen or something, the ink went everywhere. You're probably going to ruin some of the things in here, but it's not getting out because it's just such solid plastic. And it's so pretty. Oh, the hole is gorgeous. Is a gorgeous. I know where that came from. The hole punch, Jade, these are from kikki.k. These are just the single hole punches that used to come in the stationery kit. They haven't been in the last couple, but they do come out every once in a while, and I have made it known to them that they really should sell these singularly because they'd make a fortune, at least out of me. So hopefully that'll start happening really soon. PNG, the Solomons are the kind of the same geek. It's not South Pacific, I know that's a bit different. I'm not so big on the wrecks. Like, I am. I love shipwrecks. And I love diving on shipwrecks. The ship, like the dive site I've dived most often is the HMAS Brisbane off the Sunshine Coast. So I love diving wrecks. But there's something about wrecks that haven't been put there on purpose that to me, I feel like I'm disturbing something. So I'm a little bit hesitant to do that. I'm much more of a reef person than a wreck person. So that's why I wanted to do something in a reef. We did look at going to Thailand. We looked at going to Malaysia. We looked at going to Borneo. And it's just at the moment, we've kind of gone over with the wedding budget. So it's kind of, it's just we're waiting to see how much money we've got left before we decide to do it. I'm just going to lean back because my back's sore. So I'm going to lean back on my chair. So that's honeymoons are just a hard thing. We may end up not having a honeymoon or just doing a honeymoon later. But in my little wedding planner thing that I did last night, I'm scared of not having a honeymoon because if you don't have one, you might not ever get one. That's my fear. So I'm a little worried about that. The President Coolidge, Natasha, is actually one I really, really, really want to do. It's been on my bucket list for ages, but it's just in Vanuatu, which is, you know that. But Vanuatu is not really on the big bucket list. So it's a, I'll get there. I will get there. I promise I'll get there. But it's just not right at the top. Strangely enough, Andrea, I haven't actually seen the Great Barrier Reef. I've never dived the Great Barrier Reef. I've dived from the furthest north I've been now is Wolf Rock, which is at Rainbow Beach in Queensland, and I've dived all the way now down to Melbourne, and we're going to add South Australia to that in November. So very, very exciting. But I've just done most of the East Coast and now a little bit of the South Coast, and we'll add South Australia. I do eventually want to be able to say that I've dived in most of Australia's waters, like at least all the way around. So I will get to the Great Barrier Reef. It's just not. Why haven't we done the Great Barrier Reef? I just always find. I want to do a liverboard. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. And when I say do it right, like I'm not talking go and do 1 or 2 dives. I'm talking like going and doing 30 dives. And that's a bit more of a time investment and a lot more of a money investment. So we need to, and it's the same reason that we're not doing Komodo now, like for our honeymoon, because I want to go and dive it well. And you can't do that. Camera's done. Oh, it's fine? Okay. Why is that gone black? Oh, okay. Never mind. Camera's making funny noises. I will do the Great Barrier Reef, but we'll do it right, and we'll go out on the outer reef where there's just so much life and so much magic, and not completely ruined by tourists. So I want to go and do that. Agincourt Reef, I've passed Cooktown. Yet I've heard of that one gig, and I think it will be fantastic. Same thing, Lady Elliot Island. I want to do that. They've got mantas like all year round, and I love manta rays. They're just so much fun. So I want to go and do that one. Australia is one of those really crazy places that it feels different no matter where you go. Like I'm absolutely constantly surprised by how different the seasons are all around the world. Why are you zooming in like that, Ryan?
That's not what they're saying.
I know, but it's just weird. I can see it out of the corner of my eye and it's creepy. Don't do it. He's playing with the camera. Like Queensland is very different. Stop it, Ryan. Now I can see what you're doing. I don't like it. Queensland is such a different place to Victoria. Victoria feels to me what I feel like New York, and like not to the same extent obviously because it doesn't get that cold, but that's like what I feel like New York and London would be like that kind of really cold you actually get in autumn, whereas in Queensland you really don't get autumn. It just kind of goes from summer to winter, and even then winter's not that bad. Maybe a mini moon, guys. That might be what we do, but I just don't know when we're going to find time. We'll get to it. The Galapagos Islands, swimming with sea lions. I can actually swim with sea lions in South Australia, Denise, and I'm thinking that might be what we do. We may just end up doing like a...
One of the ones here.
You
can do swimming.
Oh, that's true. There's sea lions in Victoria we could do too. That's true. There's lots of places we could do sea lions that are local. It's just, again, things we haven't got to yet. The scary thing with sea lions is where there are sea lions, there are usually sharks. Not that I don't love sharks, because I do, but I don't particularly want to come...
Sharks that eat.
Huh? Sharks that... No, they don't eat people. They just bite people.
They can.
They don't eat people. They just bite them.
The ones that can bite people.
Bite people is the correct term.
There's little sharks.
Cairns to Brizzy last year, total weather shock. I know. It took me, like, this is my second winter in Victoria. I'm surprised by how cold I have already been. It's not good. I have blankies already. It's not a good thing. It's, I don't know. I love winter. I love winter in Melbourne. I don't like winter in Queensland. It doesn't feel like there's actually a winter. Sharks are wherever the sea lions are. But that's what they eat. So, of course there's sharks. There's sharks everywhere. These people that go on, actually that's not true. You know what? I'm going to go the opposite direction. I don't know how many dives have I done? Like 300-ish? Yeah. Something like that. I've never seen a shark unless I've meant to, except for one, and it was a grey-nosed shark, so it doesn't count. Unless I mean to see them, they're not there. There's not hundreds of sharks. I've never been bitten. I've never been even intimidated by a shark. So, I don't know what everyone's talking about. I don't get the whole fear thing around sharks. That says from the girl that freaked out over a teeny tiny little spider on her desk. I don't know. Eyes weird. I hate spiders, but I love sharks. Weird. Exactly. They know we're there before we do. The noise that a scuba diver makes. I don't know if you guys have ever heard how much noise a scuba diver makes. We make so much noise. The splash of getting into the water is one thing, but how much noise, we sound like Darth Vader. Like, anything that's within cooey is gone. And that's why spearfish even see them more, because they don't have any, any air. So they don't have that same in and out sound. So I'm really explaining that badly. But they don't make as much noise. So that's why they see them more. Have I ever been stung? I assume, Geek, you're talking about, have I been stung by a jellyfish? Yes, I got stung on my face. Because when you're diving, there's very few parts of you that are actually exposed. And I got stung with a stinger right across my face. Looked very amusing for a couple of days, but it happens. I swam into it. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking, this is when I used to guide people around. I was watching the person I was guiding, and I turned around and there's just this jellyfish in my face, and I kind of got out of its way, but it just, got me with one of its tentacles, so. It actually didn't hurt that much. It was just more the funny mark that I had that made it look really funny. Having to explain that for the next couple of days was hilarious. Now, someone asked before, hold on, I didn't scroll past it, it kind of kept scrolling. What does my wedding planner look like, Andrea? I'll give you a quick flick through. I have done this. Have I done a video on? I'm sure I have. What cert am I on? I'm on my Master Diver. So I'm with SSI. Master Divers. Is it Master Diver or Dive Master? I don't remember. One or the other. It's an assistant instructor. So I've gone that far, and then I decided I didn't want to be an instructor, so I stopped. But I can assist people, and I can do refreshers. But I probably can't anymore because it's probably expired. But that's okay. So this is my beautiful wedding planner. It's an Aldi wedding binder. It's an Aldi binder. Nothing much has changed. It's just got really full. So I've added in a little pen clip that Kat gave me. Mwah, love. I got a couple of business cards here from different bridal places. I can probably take that one out because I didn't end up getting it. I've got my invitation, which you guys are actually going to see on Friday. So the video that's going up on Friday is actually how I made my invitation. They are my Loxley, and I love them. My Loxley is gorgeous. So they have been personalised for me. I actually have I love the fonts in this so much. They actually became the fonts that I used all through my invitations. So thank you so much to Beck at Loxley for introducing me to those fonts, because I love them. So at the front here, I have, this is out of the kikki.k wedding planner. The kikki.k one's really great as well. I think it comes down to if you want one that's been personalised for you, or you want one that you can just go and get. If you need to just go and get one, the kikki.k one is honestly fantastic. I do love it. I just had this one first, so it just didn't work. So I've got all of my little countdowns. I've got a bunch of things ticked off. The only thing with 6 to 9 months, which is where we're at right now, is I haven't booked the honeymoon for the reasons we've already spoken of. Booking a florist. I know where we're getting the flowers from, but we just haven't booked them yet. We will get to that. The DJs is coming. I'm nearly at the point that I'm signing that off. I'm just not quite there yet. And then updating passports. We haven't done that because we don't know where we're going. But we're getting there. So we've got the budget checklist all in there. All my little bits and pieces. I've got my gorgeous dividers in here. I won't do everything here. I'll just sort of show you some things that I have filled in. I haven't done anything in my beauty bit yet because I haven't decided. I have done a lot in this section, which is my dress section, but I can't show you because Ryan's here. So I'm sorry, you have to get that another day. The suit, we are going suit shopping tomorrow night. Yay! Yay! And that's what they're going to look like. Just like that. Very similar. Basically just tan pants. What else have we got in here that I have done? We've already got our wedding rings, so this section's now kind of moot, but I do have pictures of all the wedding rings we looked at. Got the flowers bit, my sort of parts that I'm thinking, like ideas that I'm having, they're all there. The bombiers and the favors, they're all there. We're having a lolly table, I'm so excited. I'm just going to live by that lolly table all night. I am. You think I'm coming away from that lolly table? He's really wrong. So these is photography inspiration is what this is. This is the memory section, which is all about the photography. But I've just chucked in a bunch of photos to be able to show our photographer. These rings, Geek, are silver. And someone said that before. I thought the rings in the blue one were white. No, the ones in the navy blue are silver. And I like them that way. The ones on the new dark So Lovely planner, those ones are white, which is a really pretty planner. So these are just inspiration of the places I want to have photos taken. So that's all here. So they're all through here. And these are actually photos of the place we're getting married. So, oh, sorry, ring, silver, white, gold. Sorry, Emily. Sorry. Whoops. When we're talking rings, I always assume we're talking about planners. The rings are white gold. So my engagement ring is white gold. And we've got the wedding rings to match those. And mine has a little dip in it so that it goes around the diamond that's already there. Sorry. I always go to planning things. I don't know what no one I know talks about wedding rings. That's just weird. Excuse me. So I've got receipts. I've got information about our photographer, and it just sort of flips down so that I've got all the information I need. Oops. What else have I got in here? Some sections are more filled than others, like that's going to be the car we use, hopefully. So that's sort of filled in. The ceremony, these are just my ideas. They're sort of there. The venue, oh, most beautiful beach in the world. Stuff about the celebrant. We've got a space there to put our vows in, which I love the fact that we can then replace them in here. Which I just think is fantastic. Got timelines and stuff. Cake inspiration. So we're going to have a thing of cupcakes for ours. I was sure I told you it was a vintage card, Denise. I'm sorry. So that's the cake's already done and everything. Something like that. My engagement ring is amethyst. Oh, I'd love a color. Like I would love a color. But I'm really happy with mine. I do love it. So there's a section for the honeymoon and stuff, and then you've got I've just got a bunch of receipts and everything in the back. So that's just everything I keep with me. The other thing I have been keeping in here since I found them and all were our birth certificates, because I need them when we go to Adelaide in July. We're going to Adelaide in July, so I need.
Perhaps they shouldn't be on you when you go to work, though.
I just keep them in there so I don't lose them.
Yeah, but what if your bag gets stolen or you lose it?
My bag's on my back. It's not going anywhere. You guys aren't going to follow me and rob me of my planner stuff, are you? Didn't think
somebody
so.
else might.
True, they're not getting my backpack. I'd be more worried actually that they have my planners and my laptop than I am worried about the birth certificates. Sorry. Oh dear. Sandra, I would love to come and see you. I really, 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 really would. I don't think I'm going to have time to scratch myself when we're in Adelaide. We've got to go and see the venue. We've got to go and both the venues. We've got to go see both the venues. We've got to go and see the house. We've got to go and see the florist, the hairdressers, the cake maker. We've got to get the lollies. We've got to see the photographer, the videographer, the celebrant. What have I missed? We've got to get the makeup.
Hairdresser.
I've done the hairdresser. And we've got to go see my uncle, my auntie, my other auntie, and my grandma. I don't even think I'm going to have time to breathe. But Sandra, if we find time, I will make sure, I'll make sure we come and visit. That's my favourite thing about it too, Andrea, is that that's going to be, it's not just going to be a planner for now. It's also going to be a memory thing at the end of it. So it's a really big thing for me. So I'm really, really, really excited. I'm going to try. I'm going to get it right. Bukuti Nusa. I'm sorry. I hate myself right now. I am trying, I promise. Ask what my favourite movie is. I have too many favourite movies. No, it's not. I wish I could say it was Harry Potter, but it's really, really not. Favourite movies, if I'm thinking off the top of my head, Dirty Dancing, 10 Things I Hate About You. These are ones that I've watched so many times that I know all the words. 10 Things I Hate About You, Dirty Dancing, Grease, Sound of Music, Calamity Jane. That's not my favourite movie, but it's one of my favourite movies. Wizard of Oz. I love musicals. Musicals are fantastic. The Harry Potters are there. The Sex and City TV show, not the movies. I didn't like the movies as much. We'll go with those. There's a lot there. But anything that's got music, I'm in with. I love music. I love Disney movies too. Like, oh my God, don't even get me started on Disney movies. Emily, planning a wedding sounds like a stressful thing. It's not. Oh. It's not. No. Ryan thinks it's less. It is stressful. It's stressful but if you find the fun in it, it's a lot of fun. And that's exactly what it has to be. It has to be fun. And at this point, it's been mostly fun. I have had moments of stress and moments of anger. Hi, Ryan. Hello, Jet. You've come back. Have you been in the bed again? He's decided that our bed is his bed, and he gets in under the covers and moves the pillows around because it's his bed. If you find the fun parts of it, it is fantastic. It's just, you've got to find the fun parts, I think. Andrea, I love the Harry Potter books. I don't read them. I have the audiobooks. And I read it constantly. And Emily too, I've had 12 months. So Ryan proposed on the 19th of November and we're getting married on the 13th of November. So I've had basically 12 months. I feel like at this point, if we had to get married tomorrow, most of this, like if I had to change it, most of the stuff, if I could make the people work, I'd actually be okay. So it's okay. And Geek, I'm spoiled out of my mind because I'm having my dream wedding. This is my dream wedding. This is as close to my dream wedding as I'm ever going to get. And the fact that it's exactly where I've planned it since I was 6 makes it really easy. The decisions aren't hard. They're not complicated decisions. There's no, oh, should I do this or should I do that? It's just this is what's happening, and if it doesn't fit in the plan, it's going out the window. So I'm very spoiled that I get to have it where I have it. I'm very, very lucky. Favourite Disney princess? I need a drink of water while I think about that. Jasmine, because she's the most independent and the most I'm not a princess, and being a princess shouldn't have to shape who I am, and that's sort of what I was thinking. So,
Aladdin.
Huh?
From Aladdin.
Yeah, from Aladdin. In case you didn't know, I knew who Jasmine was. Ariel's a very close second, Kels, because I also believe I'm underwater. But she wanted to leave underwater, and I couldn't understand why. I never understood why. Every time she got her legs, I'm like, why? You're underwater. Belle too falls in the same the same sort of bit as Jasmine. Like, she's very independent. She's very, but I don't. There's something about Belle's story that I don't like. I don't know why. It just, Anyway, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. There's something about that I don't like. No, Tinkerbell is a Disney princess, but she shouldn't be.
And they called her Belle in one of them.
Yeah, they did. No, didn't they just call her Tink?
No, I thought the one that Julie Roberts played was they called her Belle.
Well, they just call her Tink, but anyway. Apple Candy, I've been live streaming for an hour and a half. It feels like a long time. Who's Ryan's favourite princess? And yeah, don't say Leia. I don't
really have a princess.
I don't like Star Wars. Ryan likes Star Wars, not crazy, but
Yeah, I'm not.
but he's not a crazy Star Wars fan. He's a Star Wars fan, but he's not a crazy one.
Yeah.
Do you have a Disney princess fan that you like?
Not really.
No, he's not a Disney person.
I haven't seen them all.
He's a sad human being. Do you know when I met him? I still don't think you've seen The Sound of Music, have you? Deprived. Because she didn't live with legs, maybe if she had, she wouldn't leave. That's true. I guess if I didn't have legs, I'd want legs. If you didn't live in the sea, you'd want to live. You know what I mean. So, yeah, alright, maybe. Emily, I've already done the monthly decoration. I'm sorry, but I will show you how it ended up. Geek Ryan says, well, hold on. Ryan, Geek, wants to know if you've seen Solo yet.
I'm seeing it on Sunday.
He's very excited. There you go, Em. You can see how it sort of worked out. It's very plain, but I think it looks really cool. This video does go up afterwards, so you can watch it back again if you want to, and live through an hour and a half of this again. This has been so much fun, though. Can I hang out a little bit longer, or do you guys all want to go to sleep? I don't know.
You're getting more people.
I'm getting more people watching. I don't know why. I just keep talking, and it's great. You ask so many deep questions. Gender stereotypes. I think... Here we go. Alright. This is fun, actually. I like this. I get to be opinionated. I'm very opinionated. I think that you are who you are and you can't help who you are. I'm not a stereotypical girl. Never have been. I liked being... If you go with what stereotypical girls do, they like being inside and they like playing with their dolls, and I like playing with dolls, but I liked going outside and making a mess. I liked making mud pies and finding... Sorry, Ryan's getting tired. He's sitting down. He's been standing up this whole time and he's just finally sat on the floor. Do you want a cushion?
No.
You sure? Okay. So I just believe you should be who you are, whether you're a boy or a girl, and you just do whatever makes you happy. So hopefully that doesn't offend anybody when I say that. But I just think you are who you are, and it shouldn't matter if you're a boy or not. I find, and I always have found, that there is discrimination if you are a girl or if you're a boy. I think there's different things that if you are a girl and you want to do things that are traditionally boy things, you'll always have some discrimination there. The same way happens if you're a boy and you like doing girl things, then you will be discriminated against. So I see the both sides of the fence. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. I saw someone else ask a question before about something. So never thought about getting married until the yes vote came through. We got engaged. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, I love those kind. That's just gorgeous. Jade, I try not to let my planner get too girly, but when you look at planner stuff just as a whole, a lot of it does tend to be a little bit girly. So you kind of force down that track, but it depends on what you think of as girly. If you think like floral and butterflies and feathers and stuff are girly, well then I screwed up. But I see the masculinity in some of that. Those feathers to me aren't particularly girly, and those balloons aren't particularly girly. So yeah,
There are more women that plan than men.
Yes, there are more women that plan than men, but I find it's like makeup.
More that decorate.
Yes, but it's like makeup. Like boys, I have found that a lot, and I watch a lot of YouTube on makeup. You guys know I love makeup, so I watch a lot of like makeup artists and stuff on YouTube. I find the boys are just as talented as the girls. Sometimes not more, sometimes more so.
Yeah.
So the talent for decorating is not gender specific.
But generally there'd be a lot more women who would
use
makeup.
Yes. This is a big debate that we could end up in for hours. Let's not do that. I'm trying to think of anything else I can show you or tell you. I did get my Planners Anonymous stamps out because I was going to show you them all, but I don't know if I want to. Do you guys want to see that? Let me know if you do. I have them sitting just over here. The more I look at that, the more I like it. It's simple, but it's wonderful. Marble theme, that would have been cool. It would have been cool to see, Jade. Send me, if you've got it on Instagram, tag me, because I'd love to see it. But I wouldn't do that, because I'm not a superhero fan or a Marvel fan. I don't quite get the universe. And I feel like you need to understand the universe to really enjoy those movies, and I don't. So, oh well. Righto. I shall show you the stamps. Can you pass me a piece of scrap paper if you can reach one? If you can't reach one, I'll find... Oh, actually, no, it's alright. I have more paper in here. That's alright. I'll get these. That's alright. I'll use the watercolour paper because it's better for stamps anyway. Oh. I promise I will look at it, Jade. It just might be after I finish talking because I'm not allowed to look at my phone while I'm talking to you guys. So I've got the last two because I know I didn't show you guys any of the Hello Universe stamps. So I thought I'd do both. Oh, sorry. Yeah, move the microphone back. I reckon that we're just going to have a go with both of these. I'm just going to show you what they both look like. I'm just going to use black. I'm not going to go crazy with the whole, like with all the colours and everything, just so you can see what the actual impressions look like of each of them. Denise and I were saying just today that we like how hard these are, as in they don't, you know how sometimes you get a stamp and it's really soft and so it kind of wiggles around the outside and doesn't give you such a clear impression. That's something that these stamps don't do. So that's what's really cool about them. So I'm just going to start from the top and just stamp them all out in black. Can you though, Ryan, please get me a baby wipe? If you can wiggle that far and scratch my nose. Baby wipes are the best thing ever. Sandra, no, they didn't have any stamps in the Lucky Star, but kikki.k don't tend to have too many stamps. That's not really their thing. It's something certainly that I will ask them or push if that's something that you would like me to do. I can do that. So this first one just says be your own star. And I'm not putting too much ink on these. I'm not going crazy or anything. So the impressions are going to be okay, but not going to be like as good as they would be if I was doing this properly, doing this in a planner or something. And I'm going to continue to answer as many questions as I can while I'm here. I haven't ever used embossing powder, and it's just one of those things that I'm a bit nervous about. That said, I'm at Planner Day on Saturday. Denise is going to show me how to use mixing medium because I haven't used that before. And she's got a bunch of it, so she's going to help me sort of have a look at that because that could be something that I do end up using. So this one's kind of like a banner. Black's probably not the best colour for this, but it's like just like a galaxy kind of thing, I guess you'd say. So that one's kind of not good for black, but would be really cool to use if you wanted to do like a to-do or something like that.
Should you put a scrap piece in between that and the one below?
No, because it's really thick. Ryan, if you guys didn't hear that, let me know. Whoops. Come on. I'm getting this off. So we've got like a gem heart one. I've actually wanted to use this one since I got it. I just keep forgetting to. So put that one there. How good would that look, all watercoloured up with Tombos? That's my other favourite thing about this ink too. This is my VersaFine ink, but I find it doesn't tend to move when I watercolour with it. Like the ink doesn't end up travelling or moving around, which I really like. Got this little constellation. Again, probably not great in black, but oh well. Priming the ink. So it's not priming the ink, it's priming the stamp. And I found that I don't need to do that so much with the Planners Anonymous ones. I don't ever have a problem with it. But with some other stamps, you sort of have to get like an emery board or something and just give it a bit of a scratch so it picks up the ink nicely. It's just a weird thing that I didn't even know you needed to do, and I couldn't work out why my stamps weren't working. And then I read that, and that's what I got back when I was Googling. great word, Googling. Oh, I'm just having a breathe for a second. I'm just scrolling up to see if I missed any other comments. I don't think I did. Never use an emery board, it ruins the stamp. There we go. Look, I learned things. Thank you. Yes, you've always got to plan a family. Like, I'm with the girls. Like, if your family don't support you and who you are, like, you can't say don't talk. You can't do that. But just know that there are always people in the world that will love you no matter who you are or what you do. And I have I have a couple of friends who don't live the, I guess, traditional lifestyle that you would say. And that's a hard decision to make, but I think you need to always be true to yourself before you're true to anybody else and bugger anybody. But yeah, that's... Oh, I just want to give you a big huddle. I just want to come give you a big hug. But you've always got us.
Huddle.
Did I say huddle? Huddle. I don't know. So back going rub. So yeah, no with the emery board. Everyone's saying no to the emery board. I think I only did it once, so hopefully I didn't ruin whatever stamp I was using. But Geek says rub it on the back of your hand. The oils from the back of your skin will prime the skin. There we go. So everybody said that. So alright, I'll do that. I'll make sure I do that. I'll grab the Tombos out in a second, Denise. I'll just do them all first with the black, just so you can see all the different impressions, and then we'll do with the Tombos. Never use stamps, of course, so thank you for asking me. Also, thanks for showing the stamps. I had them sitting here because I was worried that I was not going to have anything to talk about. It's been an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah, I think I had enough to talk about. This is so much fun. But yes, lots and lots of cuddles, because you've always got us. We'll always be here. So I'm just putting these down as fast as I can. I'm going to try. I'm going to leave this at 2 hours, guys. I think that's long enough. But I'm going to try and get all these stamps done before then, so that we can see them all. So if you have any other questions or things you want me to talk about, let me know, because we all know I'm happy to talk. Always happy to talk. Huggles. That's my new word. How about we do that? From now on Plum Mashable, they're not hugs or cuddles, they're huggles. And we just say huggles. Actually, do you know what? From now on all of my... And I won't do it for Friday's video because I've already filmed it, so I can't. But for every video from now on, I'm going to finish my video with lots of huggles. So that you guys always know that I do remember everything we do on my lives. They're my favourite things. So yeah. So from now on, it's always going to be love and huggles. We made up a word. We made up a word. Huggles to my hubby all the time, and now I call them snuggly hugs. That's so cute. Snuggly hugs. My grandpa used to do he was the best hugger in the entire world, and he used to hug me so hard that it hurt. Like you'd actually come out of knowing someone had hugged you. And it was just the best feeling was his hugs. I'm not going to get sad. I'm not. But yeah, his hugs were fantastic. So hugs are everything. Someone else said anything. Maddie. Hey, Maddie. I don't know how long you've been here. Sorry. How did I get into planning? Jade's coming to plan today. Woohoo! Sorry, I just lost my baby wipe. Hold on. I'm coming. I've got too much going on here and there's too many comments going back and forth. How did I get into planning, Maddie? It was kind of a natural transition. I've always been a bit crafty. I used to do, I don't know if you know, sorry. I used to do scrapbooking when scrapbooking was cool a long time ago. I know scrapbooking still is cool, but it became less cool and I stopped doing it. So it started there. My auntie's always been really crafty, so I kind of followed her a little bit. But planning just came about because I needed to be organised, and then I started decorating just because I wanted it to look pretty, and it just snowballed. Just snowballed. Crazy, crazy. Hope they let me know if that doesn't answer your question, and I'll change it. Huggles. It's just, Huggles is a good word. We're going to use Huggles all the time. So it's always going to be Huggles. The planner community is great for that because we all feel a little bit a part of it and a little bit like it's ours. And I think that's the best part. So hopefully we make everybody feel like they have a little family within the planner with the family planner community, planner family, whatever you want to call it. So I've got this big one. This is the one that I'm not quite sure how I would use it, even if I used it with a different colour. But I haven't actually stamped it yet, so who knows what it's actually going to look like. Ooh. Just looks like a big old ink spot, doesn't it? So I'm going to try that one with the Tombos. So we're going to do that. Plamly. Yeah, I know. I'm wiggling my words around now because I'm getting sleepy. Getting sleepy. So I'm just going to get my Tombos down. Denise, what colour? You pick the colour and I'll use that one. In the meantime, I'll get the sunflowers one. Who said it before? Who said about they got the Planners Anonymous subscription kit for the Wanderlust? It is an awesome kit. You're gonna love. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But I love the Planners Anonymous kits. They're fantastic. I'm never gonna get over how good these are. So yeah. So blue, dark blue, light blue. You have to be more specific with blue. Come on.
20 seconds or so between you say
I know, but yeah. I can get this next one ready to go in the meantime. Okay. I can pull some of these off. I'm just going to pull these off while I'm waiting for... Because there is a bit of a delay happening here, which is... it happens. Dark blue says Emily. Navy says Emily. Light blue says Sandra. Oh, that's hard. Come on, Denise, quick. You've got to decide. You want the Tombos. Ugh. Come on. Where'd Jack go? Probably back to bed. Probably back to bed.
You had a drink. I'm not sure he went after that.
He went to drink. The one right at the back. The one on the right at the back. The dark blue. I assume you mean this one, so I'm going with this one. I could sit here and keep waiting for it, but we're not going to. So this is kind of a dark navy blue, kind of. There's a dog hair. There's always a dog hair. So I'm just inking this up with the Tombow. Not quite sure what we're going to get here, but I'm sure you could play around with this to get the deeper colour or more pigment if you needed to. Could spray water straight onto this as well. That might give you a cool impression as well. Just inking that up as much as I can. Alright, here we go. I don't think this is going to give as good as I'd want it to be, but we're going to see what it looks like anyway. Yeah, no. It doesn't quite. Not on a big one. It doesn't work with the big Denise, I'm going to say that. But let's have a look. I'm going to go with this little heart. I'm going to do it with the same navy blue. I'm going to do it with something a bit more intricate, which I think will work better. Will work better. What kind of puppy do I have? Emma, you weren't here at the start where Jet was here, so hold on. I'll call him. There we go. We'll see if he comes. Usually comes when Ryan calls, but not when I call, which is why Ryan's doing it. So we'll put this all down. Yeah, no, doesn't quite work as well. I may have pushed too hard there though. I think the Tombow thing is something I need to play with a little bit more, as in, I'm sure it works, I just need to play with it. So we'll go over to the sunflower stamps. We'll do these really quickly. I'm going to try and do these in 4 minutes. This one says, add a little sunshine to your day. Very, very cute. I do like cats. I just don't like cats as much as I like dogs. And we will probably, I'd like to say we will probably get a cat when we move into our new house. But I don't know whether Jet will like that. So he's kind of important. So we better do right by the dog. And he is a very cute dog. He's very, very cute. That just stamps really well, that one. The planner girl from this one. She looks great. Distress mini ink pads. Righto, I'll have a look at those. I'm trying not to buy too many inks because I'm scared of how many inks I'm going to buy. Okay, Em, come here, Jet. Oh, there it is. There's my Jet. So Emily, this is Jet. Jet, say hi. Say hi. Hi. He's so cute. He sleeps in our bed now, and he's just the master of this house. Aren't ya? Aren't ya? You're the master? You are? Good boy. Okay. Thank you for coming. I'm going to tell him to go away now, and that's just mean, really. He's very, very sweet. Are you a dog person or a cat person or both? I am both. I'm an animal person. I'm an absolute animal person, and any animal will do except spiders. Except spiders. He is adorable. He wasn't the dog we kind of anticipated, if that makes sense. When we decided we were going to get a dog, the only thing we knew was that we wanted a puppy. Ryan wanted a bit of a smaller dog than I did. I wanted a Kelpie, or actually I wanted a Labrador. I've always wanted a Labrador. So that was kind of where we were going, and then we just kind of found Jet. We didn't rescue him, but we got him before he was given to a rescue place, which is what was going to happen. So I kind of feel like we did rescue him without rescuing him. But I knew I wanted a puppy because I've never had a puppy. So I wanted a puppy. But he's adorable. He's not the best dog in the world, but he's pretty close. Don't you think, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so talky. Yes, Jade, wait until you meet Pip. You may have to put a bell on her, Denise, so that Jade doesn't run out with her in her planter bag. Because she might. I need to play with the oxides. Denise, do you have oxides? I might have to have a play with some of your stamps on the weekend, I think. Methinks. I'm going to run out of room on this page. I was trying to get them all on one page. I don't think I'm going to fit them all. I'm trying. Can't believe we've been here for 2 hours. It does not feel like that long. It does because I'm tired, but it doesn't feel like that long. I've had so much fun. So this gorgeous puppy. How cute is he? So the other ones are leaves. I'm going to skip the leaves just because I'm going to run out of room, but I'm going to put this quote down. But I'll show you, if you saw Monday's video, you would have saw that I did a bunch of, I had a bunch of leaves like stamped out that I'd coloured in. Be still my heart. So I'll show you those because they actually came out looking really pretty when I was playing with them. So those are all the stamps. I'm going to put my tumbos back. I need to use these more often. I don't mean to not use them. It's just more they take a little bit longer during the planning process, and I never know if I'm using them right, or I don't know. But I do love them. I think they're beautiful. I need to play with the galaxy ones a little bit more. I think I can think of things. But yeah, hold on. Pardon me. Do I like corgis? Yes. I think they're gorgeous. I don't think I'd ever have one, but there's something about their bum, the way that it wiggles. I think that's really cute. So I'm just grabbing these leaves, knocking stuff off in the meantime. Stay. No, it's gonna. Oh, there it is. It stayed. So these were when I was doing the decorating the. Sorry, mental blank. Decorating my planner week. I thought I was going to go orange instead of going the sort of green yellow way that I went. I was kind of thinking of doing like autumn leaves. So I did these with my Tombos, just stamping out those ones from the Sunflowers kit and then just colouring them in with oranges and browns. I'm so in love with autumn colours at the moment. I just think they're so beautiful. And these just came out so lovely. I need to use them somewhere. I'm thinking of making like a hooray it's autumn kind of card. And doing that, I think that'd be really, really cute. Really, really cute. Sleep with us in our full-size bed. Jet comes in during the night, Andrea. He'll come in and he'll sit and he'll be in this teeny tiny little ball like between Ryan and I. And as the night goes on, he kind of expands out. So when we wake up in the morning, Ryan and I are both in tiny little balls and Jet's like stretched out like this. He's just It's his bed. It's not our bed. We learnt that a little while ago. I've got stuff on me. Katrina, I got them from, this is from Spotlight, and I bought them there today. They're actually on sale. Hold on, reverse. I was there today, and they're on sale. I think they're usually 20 bucks. I think I would have got this for 13. I actually did. I bought a brown one. I just had to admit that I bought something at Spotlight today. I'm sure Ryan knows that already, but I got the brown one today and it was $13. So good price. Their sales are good. Spotlight, I'll say that at least. Hi neighbour, hate. Yeah, Nadia. I got that wrong, I'm sure. Kill me. I don't. I'm tired at this point. I'm sorry. So, because I'm tired, I think it's about time we wrap this up. But can I just say this has been the best live ever. The best live ever. I've had so much fun. Please let me know if you liked doing the monthly decoration live and if you think I should keep doing that. I really enjoyed that. I know that they come out looking very simple, but I think they always do. So it's kind of like a waste of an actual video. So maybe that's where they stay. Maybe we stay with those. Also let me know if you want a video of my new Tombos when I get them. I don't know how exciting using Tombos in my plant, like doing colour swatches of Tombos are, but I don't know. If you want to see that, I'm happy to do it. I love playing with Tombos. I love swatches, makeup or pens. I think they're fantastic. What kind of clothes do I look for? Comfort or style? I'm comfort all the way. I don't care if they look good as long as I'm comfy. Always. Emily, I do live videos once a month. Next one, let's get the planner out, let's have a look. I did write it in there. Next one is on the 27th of June on a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Perfect timing, Denise. Yay. Go away. Go away in a nice way, sorry. That came out the wrong way. Go away and spend time with Tom, for goodness sake. That's not what I meant. Oh dear, you knew what I meant anyway. Yeah, so come and hang out with me on the next one and I'll do that. I'll play with the Crayola ones a little bit more too, geek. I bought them because I thought they'd be great. Sorry, Denise. I thought they'd be a great alternative to my Tombos, and that way I wouldn't have to buy more Tombos, but I just fell in love even more with the Tombos. So I kind of, they're there on my desk. I just don't tend to use them so much. I really need to. Emily, that's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So what I'll do on this video, I'll put a sort of what time difference it is. So fingers crossed.
Plus 10.
I think plus 10, Ryan's saying. I don't know what that means, but anyway. What was the question there? So wait, what's the next live? Kel, it's the 27th of June, but I'll put that in all over the place. Oh, Perth, that makes it easy. So it's 6 o'clock, right at dinner time, when you're sitting down to have food. I'm going to be talking at you for hours and hours and hours. No, I won't. It has been fun though. The 2 hours is good. It feels really like I've had a bunch of fun, but I'm really tired. So I'm looking forward to going to bed actually. I'll always keep doing these lives. I think they're fun. I think this is the most fun I have filming. And I was saying to Denise just today, sometimes especially this last month, I feel like I've been in a bit of a funk. I've been a little bit down and I don't know why. Tonight's the first time in about a month that I've been like, yes, I love this. This is so much fun. So thank you for helping me find the fun again. It's there. It's just sometimes I lose a little bit of the fun with the monotony, I guess, of filming, and Ryan does the editing, so I can't say that, but you guys don't know what I mean. So I'm going to let it go there. Congratulations again to my winner. Do you remember what the winner's name was? Hold on. I'll find it. I didn't write it down, but somebody said it. Does anyone remember what her name was? Anyway, congratulations to her. I will find her and send her an email and say congratulations. So thank you very much to everyone again for entering. I hope you did enjoy the chance to win it. Erin, thank you, Kat. Kat's brilliant. Sarah, I can always rely on you guys. You know everything. I don't know why I even try and remember stuff. You guys know everything before I do. So Erin, congratulations to you. I will find you and I will send you a beautiful planner, decorated or not, whatever you prefer. I will try and do giveaways as often as I can. I can't promise it's all the time, but it's as often as I can. I do love doing them. They're lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. All right. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic night. I will see you On Monday, no I won't, see you on Friday for my wedding invitations video. So looking forward to that. And then again on Monday for my weekly planner decoration. I love you guys lots and lots and lots, sending lots and lots of huggles, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye.